I'm actually going to get right into it. And you really want to know how. You know, how can I blaze my own path? How can I be successful? How can I follow the path that someone else has laid for me to be successful?
All right. Hello, everybody. This is the Queen, Aziza Nubia, and I am here for an amazing episode for Hustle and Motivate. I have a very special guest, and I'm excited for this because we're talking about who of Black Cincinnati. I know you guys have been seeing all the commercials, seeing all the social media posts, and hearing the rave about who's who of Black Cincinnati. So I am excited to have Dr. Carter D. Womack as my guest today so we can talk about more about this amazing event and why you need to be in the building on December 8th and find out who's who of Black Cincinnati. So Dr. Carter Womack, thank you so much for taking the time to come onto this platform with me. Can you tell everybody a little bit about who you are and what it is you do?
Well, you know, you told me I could call you AZ. AZ, it's so great to be on your program and look forward to long-term partnerships and engagement. Who's Who in Black Cincinnati is one of the many markets where we host and celebrate African American achievement. So this is our big return to Cincinnati with our 9th edition. We all know that COVID shut us down, put us away, but it did not put us under. So we're excited to come and recognize, celebrate, and document African-American achievement with our big theme around Black excellence. So we're coming to celebrate Black excellence in Cincinnati, as you said, on Friday, December the 8th.
Yes, December the 8th. Yes, and I think I put the flyer up.
You got it up. That's it.
Yes, there we go. So I'm super excited. So how long have you been a part of this brand? Because I remember Who's Who from back when I was younger. And I always used to think like, man, one day I wish I can be a part of that. So how did you get involved with this?
So the question is how much younger, because there are two different Who's Who. There's the high school one book that you want to be in the Who's Who in Black high school or Who's Who in high school students. This is Who's Who in Black. It's a African-American owned company that's been around since 1989. We are in over 25 plus markets, and our publication is totally different from any other Who's Who. Most other Who's Who just have your name, a little line about you, what you do, and then they're going to charge you $190 to be in the book, and then they're going to charge you $200 to buy the book, and it's just a line. Our publication really is a coffee table publication. It has your profile, a picture, and everything, so people get a chance to visually see who you are as you tell your story of who you are in Cincinnati. And it's seen nationwide and available nationwide.
That's awesome. So it's basically like a magazine book specifically to let everybody know who these are the top people in Cincinnati that are Black and doing amazing things that you need to learn about.
Exactly. And we tell people our publication is a publication that celebrates Black excellence. And Black excellence does not have a zip code. Black excellence does not have a square footage requirement for your home. Black excellence does not define what kind of car you drive or if you're walking, but if you are doing things in the Cincinnati community that's changing lives of people of color and Black people, or just impactful across the board, you are Black excellence, and we invite you to be included. You're recommended and to be included in this edition. And this edition of our return to Cincinnati has more than 200 inclusions in this return edition. So we're really excited about this edition.
That is awesome. So when was the last time that Who's Who was featured in Cincinnati?
The last time that we were in Cincinnati for the 8th edition was 2016.
Okay.
And a lot had to do with the company's growth, organizational changes, and one of the big things was finding the right people on the ground that were able to connect with the people, understood our brand, and wanted to be the face of Who's Who. And we're so honored to have Tia Rochelle as our associate publisher. So Tia is the one that we got excited about when we met her. She was energetic. She knows people. She knows how to make things happen. So we're so excited to have Tia as our return associate publisher for this edition of Who's Who in Black Cincinnati.
Wow. You know, one thing I love about Who's Who is that you guys gave opportunity for the city or just people to nominate who we felt are those people that need to be Who's Who. Either as you nominated yourself or had someone nominate you. I think that's really awesome because it's left for the people to choose.
Exactly. Some people might look at it as the People's Choice Award. You can people or others can nominate you. So, but we're excited about this edition because it's going to have a different flair than what we've done before or what we've done in other markets. So I think people are going to be very pleased to see themselves and to share their stories with others in the community. We got a whole big push that we're going to announce at the event of getting people to sponsor books so that we can then give them to young people so they can see who they are. So the vision is after the event, we're going to be asking people, sponsor a book, buy one book, buy 100 books. And then we want to do some book signing events so that people like you, AZ, can come, autograph your book, your page, and then talk to young people because our boys and girls really have got to see us to believe that they can be us. And the only way they can do that is not just getting a book, but to be able to touch you and say, oh, can I be on your show? Type of thing. So that's one of our post events that we're planning.
I think that is so amazing. And it's so important that we archive our greatness and our excellence for the next generation. Because I'm a big firm believer. We have to give back. We have to set examples. And that's how things keep going.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And we tell people, if you go back and want to know who was in Cincinnati in 2016 in our 8th edition, there's no other publication that you can go pick up that will tell you who those men and women were that were in positions of influence or making change in Cincinnati if you didn't have our publication. So we're honored to come back to reestablish ourselves in Cincinnati.
I think that's really amazing, especially when we can give ourselves that type of shout out, especially being a Black-owned company, and taking just honor and stake at that. So I'm not playing devil's advocate, but I know it's been a few people, and I hope you can explain this so people can understand why this is. They're like, okay, I nominated myself, but then I gotta pay.
Well, the thing
why is that?
in the message that we sent out to everybody that's included in this edition, we have to, and that's not unusual. We get that everywhere. I was nominated, I was self-nominated, and why do I have to pay? The reason is that we don't charge you to be in this edition. Your nomination, your recommendation for inclusion is an honor that the person or you thought yourself was worthy to be included. We produce a first-class publication. I have to tell some people who called me 2 days before the deadline or the day of the deadline, is it too late to get my information in? I have to say, yes, it was too late 2 weeks ago. I said, yes. This is not a basement church or school publication. So we have a production team, a graphics design team. Our book is a coffee table publication, and we will also be doing it in a digital form because everybody now is in the digital world. So our publication is not just a magazine. This edition will be 230 pages, and it's not just bios. There are stories about people in Cincinnati. There's a story in there about the Black Kings organization. There's a story in there that we're doing about what's going on in cities and states that's trying to get rid of Black history and not have magazines in schools and don't talk about it. So there are feature stories in there. We highlight the first Black female vice president of the United States is in this edition. So it's not just a book of just pictures, because then it would be boring. We're going to surprise people as we honor two icons who are no longer with us in this edition, but were featured in past editions and have impacted Cincinnati in a way that it was most important that we recognize these icons, even though they're gone, but their legacies are still with us. So, but they have to pay for the production, plus the event is a first-class reception at the Hyatt Hotel, downtown Cincinnati. So you get to come in and eat. You can drink if you want to buy you some strong alcohol, or you can drink water. And then there's a first-class program after the event that you get a chance to participate as we recognize and celebrate everyone that's in the edition. We got 3 phenomenal life living legends that we're going to honor in this edition. No, I can't tell you who they are. You have to be there to see who they are. And then afterwards, after the program, we're going to have music and dancing, so you can dance until 11:30. You don't have to go home, but you have to leave the Hyatt, or you can go to the Hyatt's bar, stay there and drink and continue to talk until they put us out.
I love
it. You can't get that for the price that we are selling tickets for. And if you buy one level of ticket, it includes your copy of the edition. And our editions retail at $49.95, and you can't get a publication that you're going to receive for that price. So that's why everyone has to pay.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that, because we should have to get into the mindset of, if we like to get the recognition and we want to have platforms that recognize us for our hard work, it's going to take a village and a community to keep it going. So I'm glad you explained that as eloquently as you did, because I try to relay the same thing. I said, let me just ask the man in charge so he can tell us, like, it's an investment into your brand, because you don't know who's going to be reading that and be like,
exactly right.
Let me go call this person for this job because they were highlighted in this book. So
and we have some phenomenal local and multi-market sponsors that are supporting this. These are corporations and businesses that believe in diversity and inclusion.
Yes.
They believe in celebrating their African American leaders and employees based on what they're doing in the community. We have minority-owned business such as yours being involved and partnering with us and collaborating with us in this edition. We have Delta Dental as our presenting sponsor, and Delta Dental is big in Michigan and in Ohio.
Wow.
P&G, one of our diamond sponsors, Mesa Construction, Fifth Third Bank, and the list goes on of those corporations that are known in Cincinnati and around the world are supporting this with their financial contributions, because they want to get that message out and they really want to celebrate Black achievement in Cincinnati at all levels. So we're excited about the return next Friday, December the 8th.
Yes, and you guys, it's black tie, so we got dressed.
It's really after 5. It's not black tie. So
okay,
it's like after 5, so you can jazzy up and all that stuff, because you want to dance. You want, as they would say in the old days. I'm old school. They would say you want to dress to impress.
Right, dress to impress. It's going to be an amazing time. Cincy Black Travel, we will be on the scene doing some on-the-spot interviews with people to get your just feedback of, I know it's going to be eloquent. I know it's going to be luxurious. So I'm just excited just to be a part of this. So tell me a little bit more, like, you guys just don't do like Cincinnati. This is a worldwide brand. So tell me about the past events you guys have just recently done.
The past events, we have been in some support. We would say 25 markets, not necessarily with an event in every market, but we do social media platforms. We have podcasts going on in markets like in LA. We do Atlanta. We do the 3 C's in Ohio. And I have to start with Columbus since this is the capital. And
Right.
it is the 14th largest city in the United States of America. People think of Columbus as a little town, but we're the 14th largest city in the United States. So we got Cincinnati, Columbus, Cleveland, Detroit, Atlanta, Chicago, St. Louis, Louisville, DC. So we really are across the country with getting our messages out to the organizations. We are part of the parent company, Real Times Media, headquartered in Detroit. And Real Times Media owns the largest and oldest Black newspapers in the world.
Wow.
And that being the Atlanta Daily World, the New Pittsburgh Courier, the Chicago Defender, the Michigan Chronicle. And we have a library of Black history that no other organization has. If you want to go back and do research on things that happen, you can do that through our Real Times Media database and resource library.
Wow.
So we're sought after for history.
Man, it's like you're being a part of this event is being a part of history.
Yes.
And it keeps our history and legacy going, guys, because I'm going to tell you guys, if no one else does it, who's going to do it?
No one. And we all know what's going on around the country with the desire to remove Black history books from libraries, from schools, don't want to teach it in classes as an advanced class, but we are here to stay. We didn't come voluntarily, but our ancestors built this country. As I tell people every day, you don't know that the Washington, D.C. was designed and built by Black people. Yes. The White House really was a Black house because Black people built the White House. They designed and laid out D.C. And we could go on and on about the things that we've done, and Who's Who in Black and Real Times Media is committed to document our history and make sure that for generations they can learn about who was engaged in Cincinnati.
I think that's really amazing because when you talk about just that fact of our history wanting to be removed, and then the work that Who's Who is doing as far as capturing this current history that's being made to add to our long list of history. Like, I don't know why you guys haven't purchased your tickets right now to be in the building next Friday, because this is what legacy is, guys. This is amazing.
And I want to add to that. Tickets will be limited sales at the door, if any. So I'm hoping people are not just saying, well, I can get my ticket next Thursday. You might not be able to get a ticket next Thursday because we're going to sell to capacity. People are interested in getting their tickets and their tables. So don't wait and think, oh, I can get my ticket on Thursday or Friday morning. Columbus event was on November 7th. And I led that effort in Columbus. We sold out 500 seats at the Archie Griffin Ballroom on the Ohio State's campus, and we had to tell people they couldn't get in.
Wow.
The same thing may occur in Cincinnati. So don't wait, because if you wait too long, you might be driving up and there won't be any spaces in the parking lot, and you get to the door, we're going to say, no tickets sold, or we will be announcing, as we had to do in Columbus, and we had to close the portal so you couldn't buy tickets, and you can't show up at the door to get tickets. So I'm encouraging people, get your tickets before Sunday. Advanced ticket sales are available right now. You see it going across the screen.
Yes.
It's Who's Who in Black.com. Get your tickets today, because if not, you're going to miss it.
Right. And you want to be a part of history. You want to be a part of history. Well, I can't think of a better way to end the year than celebrating some Black excellence, especially Black excellence in our city. Because I tell people, I know a lot of great cities, but Cincinnati has birthed so many amazing people that contribute to the world, especially Black people. So I'm just excited for next Friday.
And as we were looking at doing our celebration of the Black icons, and we wanted to get something that was iconic, either nationally or locally, and our team, and I'm not going to tell you who it is, they found a monument of a Black man in Cincinnati who was a national boxer that I did not know about. And I guarantee you, some of you have never seen the monument, but it's prominently displayed in Cincinnati. So when you get your book and you go to the feature on Black icons, before you go to it, you will see this statue of this Black fighter from Cincinnati that was a national boxer, which I didn't know, but you'll see it and you'll see his name. So if you want to do some homework, Google, and maybe you'll find out before you get there and come up to me and say, Carter, I know who it is.
Right.
I might buy you a cocktail.
I'm super excited because this is an amazing event. You know, Cincy Black Travel always likes to promote amazing events like this that especially uplift our community. I just want to extend my thank you for just, you know, coming to the table to partner and to share and to make this event as successful as possible. Again, tell everybody where they can get their tickets. I'm gonna put the flyer up one more time. Because we don't want nobody. Y'all do not call Dr. Womack and say, I need tickets the day before. We're telling you guys right now to get your tickets. You see this QR code, get your phone out.
That's right. And again, you can get your tickets easily at our Who's Who website, and that is www.whoswhoinblack.com. That's WHOSWHO publishing.com. It's no Who's Who in Black.com. I got it mixed up. It's www.whoswhoinblack.com. You see it going across the screen. So get your tickets today, please.
Yes,
and I will see you at the Hyatt Regency.
Yes, we're going to be on the scene. I'm excited. So as we wrap up the interview, we shared so much in this interview, but tell us your 3 tips to success. I always like to ask people, what are your 3 tips that you can pass back to the next person to be successful? So I know with you being a part of Who's Who with Black Cincinnati, you guys have read and interviewed so many people just to get their formula. What are some things that you have been able to put together for success?
Well, I tell people people call me a baby boomer. I was born in 1951, the 10th child of the late Jesse and Matthew, during racism and discrimination and being called the N-word and other things. I would encourage people to my 3 priorities. I tell people my relationship with my God is important to me. And then secondly, I tell people the next thing that's important to me is me. I got to take care of my physical self, my mental self, my spiritual self. And then next is my family. Because if I can't take care of me, I can't take care of family, then everything comes after that. I encourage people to look at your life as though your life was a business. If you're running a business, how would you run your life? Define your vision and mission and purpose for being you, and then work your life like you work your business. Tia has a business that she works. AZ has a business that she works. So work your life like you work your business, then you would then be, in my opinion, more successful. Plan your day. Don't get up in the morning and say, oh, what am I going to do today? You do that before you go to bed. Don't sleep on it. Write it, put it on paper, and go to sleep, and then go to work the next day.
Right.
And exercise. And lastly, drink lots of water.
Yes.
Okay.
So important. I love those are all tips that everybody should write down and apply because they are so simple yet so important. Again, I thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us and share with us a little bit about the history of Who's Who in Black. I'm excited. I hope to see you guys next Friday at the Hyatt Regency dressed in your After 5 attire, and we're going to celebrate and we're going to have a good time.
And I look for all my Phi Beta Sigma and Divine Nine organizational members to be in the house as we celebrate Black excellence in Cincinnati. And thank you again, AZ, for this opportunity.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And until next time, you guys, you know where to find me at the Hustle Motivate podcast. Thank you so much. Make sure you continue to check out the Cincy Black Travel app, where we're going to keep you updated with everything happening here in Black Cincinnati. Until next time, everybody. Peace.
Thank you.